Hey guys, it's Dustin Wright.
And Becky Leebens.
We're with Portfolio Commercial Group, and this is the Portfolio Volume 12, coming at you live in August 2023. Becky, we've got three key stories. I think the biggest one came out of Texas A&M's Real Estate University. We've got a $142 billion infrastructure package coming through the legislation to fix Texas roads and expand Texas roads.
That's such great news.
Yeah.
Man, you're going to see roads getting fixed, congestion going down, and it's going to be like the Alliance area, right? Where they expanded those roads and you have houses going up and you've got commercial properties coming in, right?
Yeah, it's good. Well, and I will say that's where, when we see major infrastructure happening, you're going to see things like from out in Royce City through Decatur, through Sherman. You know, the Metroplex, for example, is just really expanding out further north, southeast, and west. And so there's huge road construction. If you drive out even towards Granbury, Glen Rose, things like that, you're seeing already roads tagged and marked where you're going to see a lot of expansion because those rural communities, people are using those to travel back and forth because they're seeing home developments and stuff like that. So what that means is this key story in particular, if you go back and read the portfolio, it's going to create 70,000 new jobs, which y'all know what happens when we create new jobs, right? They start purchasing and moving. The other thing it's also going to do is it's going to basically increase by almost like $18 billion in just business revenue. So we're seeing two key things happening for the economy in Texas that this infrastructure bill will start rolling out. And as you well know, all my real estate agents out there, you know this, once you see roads go in, more houses get built, more land gets turned, more commercial buildings, more retail, more office. So what it does is it really creates a lot of expansion. So those rural communities that we consider rural at the moment will not be rural here in the next 2 to 3 years. So keep an eye out for that moving forward.
Oh, that's great news.
You bet.
Article number 2, man. Warren Buffett,
Yep.
#1 investor in the country, he's buying into D.R. Horton.
Yeah, buying big into D.R. Horton at that too.
Big, right? $700 million.
Yeah, that's a huge stake in D.R. Horton Homes. So what we like to see about that, Warren Buffett, if you follow his story, he basically buys what we always call blue chip stocks anyways. So when he does an analysis on a company, he always buys in a company that looks very, very stable and has good, stable projections moving forward. So if he's making that big of an investment into D.R. Horton, he's seeing at least what D.R. Horton's doing in terms of new construction and new build, land acquisitions, etc. He likes what he sees. So what that means, with our inventory being so low, I would expect that whatever Warren Buffett does, a lot of other people try to copy. So I would see a lot of hedge funds, a lot of VC money start going into major spec builders and seeing a higher investment into new construction, probably over the next 10-year arc overall, definitely for the next 5. So hopefully we'll see, we've been behind the 8 ball, especially in Texas, on housing starts in general. So hopefully an infusion of cash will get this ball moving again. And the question is, what will they price these homes at, and can they get people into homes better? So anyhow, keep an eye on that on the new construction market. In particular, D.R. Horton's done a good job too on securing cheaper interest rates. So keep an eye out for that as well moving forward.
You know, it's always good to have new construction happening.
You bet.
Get more houses on the market.
It's what we need, right?
We do, yes.
You bet.
And speaking of housing, we've got apartments, right?
Yeah.
For the first time all year.
So
we've got the rents only moving 0.1%. They're not going up.
Yeah, which they kind of flatline, which, you know, kind of give everybody a quick history is, you know, there was a huge rental moratorium during COVID lockdowns. And so for about 2.5 years, landlords couldn't raise rents. They were prohibited from raising rents or even collecting rents in some cases. And so once that moratorium was lifted, man, the landlords went heavy on doing major rent increases, trying to play catch up for that 2.5 years. And so anyhow, the good news is it's really, again, really crushed affordability for a lot of people. So we're glad to see some of that curbing off and stabilizing because we really need that in our market. Obviously, with interest rates going up, it creates more demand for rental in general. Which, a little side note for all of our residential partners out there, if you aren't purchasing single family homes for long-term rental property right now, I'd really encourage you to do that because rental rates really have caught up a lot now. They were behind. And so it's good rental market right now. If it's something you aren't considering, obviously I would get you to really encourage you to do that. You know, I know interest rates are a little wiggy at the moment, but you can get a bit, if you can marry the price and date the rate, right? So go find you a good deal out there and stay focused on that. So Becky, those are our key 3 stories that we have for right now. We hope you read more, click on more of the links below, and make sure you follow us for more information on social media sites. And remember, we want to be a part of your portfolio.